Hello. Hi, JP.
Hi TY, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Today was a beautiful day. The weather was just sunny. The sun was out the whole entire day, and it wasn't too hot. It was just cool and no complaints. So, just a beautiful day. What about you? How is it across the waters?
Oh, the day was good because we had a rain. It's been raining all day here in Abuja, precisely where I live here in Abuja. It's been raining all days, but the weather is cool, you know, so I like it that way.
Okay.
So, um, we need. This is what I have for you and our viewers tonight. What's the topic all about? The topic we are going to talk about tonight is security across the waters. Like you said, security, how is security in Nigeria and in America? So we want to share the differences like we've always been doing with our viewers out there. And we are so glad that we are receiving some comments. We appreciate that everyone who has been commenting on our videos. So we appreciate that. And if there are any things you feel like you want to suggest, please kindly give us a uh, comment. Kindly leave that on the comment section. Thank you. So, TY,
Yes.
this question goes to you. How quick do you think American police responds to emergency call?
They respond pretty quickly. Over here, they have like police cars that are identified as police cars. They have police written on it, and you know that they are a police car. And some of them don't have police written on them. Those are usually the investigative police, undercover police officers, and they have these lights that when an emergency comes up, the lights go on, and I mean those cars are fast. They're like zoom, and they're like "Woo, woo,"
Mm.
and they have the sounds, so they get here pretty
Like the
quickly.
siren?
Yes, yes, because
Mm.
I have never, thank God, have never had to call the police, but I have had to call the fire department because there was a mini fire that was in my house, and I was so scared and panicked, and so I called 911. And whenever you call 911 over here, they dispatch the ambulance, they dispatch the fire department, and
Mm.
they dispatch the police. So
Mm.
it's three emergency things that they dispatch because they don't know what they're going to encounter. So if the person needs an ambulance, that's already there to assist. If it's a situation, the police and they got to use their guns, they're there. And then for the fire people, it could be a fire. Maybe somebody is trapped in their house and they need to get them out. So they cover all three areas. But but they get sorry about that. But they
No
get
problem.
but they get here pretty quickly. So it's pretty fast.
Oh wow, that is very awesome to our Nigerian viewers who are hearing that from TY from the first time. You know what I'm about to say. So let me dive in a little bit about how we have the opposite here in Nigeria. when it comes to emergencies like that. When you call the police, like you just said, you said you have like three, like three units working together just to, attend to a fire incident. But here in Nigeria, you don't even get one, talk less of, you're having three units coming together. So it's, I mean, the situation here is quite different. The experience here is quite different. Like Nigerians, my viewers who are listening to us, you can testify to this. You call a police officer, and instead of them to come and attend to emergency, they'll keep asking you questions like, oh, what kind of gun are they carrying? What kind of ammunitions are they carrying? Sorry for using that. What kind of ammunitions are they carrying? Are they with bombs? Are they with cars? Are they mobsty? Like, are they muscular? Like, are they masculine person? Are they all men? What kind of energy are they using? Stuff like that. They will ask so many questions, and it's ridiculous. Even before they arrive, they will arrive after the crime scene. After the crime scene, that's when they will arrive. Because when you're calling them, they'll be like, oh, and when you tell them that, if you tell them like, oh, they're carrying guns and this, they're carrying, some, heavy ammunitions, they will be like, oh, we are sorry. Let us transfer it to our next station. We don't, and maybe sometimes they can even tell you that, oh, they don't have fuel in their van. I know, I know it's ridiculous though. I'm not trying to put my country down, but I just feel like Nigerians need to do better. So, when it comes to emergencies, it's just something different. So, no, the reason why we actually having this conversation is to enlighten both Americans and Nigerians, to know our differences, and hope for a better thing. We can copy things from each other, and use that to better ourselves. So that's one of the reasons why we are bringing this program up. So TY, let's me go. I told you I have three questions for you. So
Right.
this is the second one. The second one goes like this: do America need fence? When I call about fence and gates to feel protected. Should I
Oh,
say that again?
yes, say that again,
Oh,
please.
okay. Thank you. Do America need fence and gates to feel protected in their house?
Okay, that's a good question. So
Okay.
that's a very good question. Thank you, JP, for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Shreya.
So, let me see. So when I grew up, I grew up in a neighborhood, and there was other like different neighborhoods too, but you really didn't see a lot of like fences and security things. You really didn't see a lot of that. But I didn't grow up in a city. I grew up in a small town, so I didn't grow up in a big city where crime was really bad, etc. Now, let's bring it to this
Okay.
time and day. Yes, let's bring it to this time and day. Um, well, most people they do have maybe. I mean, I have a fence, but my fence is not locked. Uh, and a lot of
Mm,
people and a lot of people in my neighborhood, they have fences, but I don't really see locks on them. I mean, some might, but some don't. But a lot of
mm,
people, they do have like the security thing. It's like when you come up to the house and ring the doorbell, it's like a camera. So it can record you, and it lets you know who is outside before you even open a door, or you can even talk through it. You can be in your house and be like, hey, no thank you, leave, or I don't, or whatever you want to say. So depending on, it's kind of like divided into class. It depends on, like, if I don't live in a gated community, but they have gated communities over here. I'm pretty sure they have them over there too. And so in a gated community over here, it's not so much that they have like like a police officer or somebody at the check-in point. What they have is the whole community is walled off. And in order to enter in, you would have like a code you would have to push in to be able to, for the gate to open for you to drive into that community. So, and they might have a
It's
security.
like estate. Sorry, I'm not trying to like it's I'm not trying to interrupt your, it's like an estate, right? The community you're talking about, like an estate, where a group of people stay.
Yes, yes, where a group of people stay. Yes. So there are communities like that where you drive up and only one car can get in at a time. Now, if there's somebody trying to do criminal activity, it could be somebody that drive up close behind you. But see, that would be suspicious, because if someone is that close up on you, they're trying to, like, as soon as you open, put in your code and they open the gate, then they may try to ram on into the gate part. But um but yes, so that is yes, that answer your question. Do and you said, do you need it? It all depends where you live, to be honest. I'm thankful that I live in a pretty nice community. So um so it just depends on where you live. So, like, in the like, I live more in the suburbs, and so, quote, the suburbs, one would say, is a little bit more safer, and you don't hear about a whole lot of crime. But in the inner city, which is about 40 minutes away from me or something like that, they have a lot of high crime.
Oh,
Dep-
okay.
yeah, dep- depending
Oh,
on depending on where you live, depending on where you stay. So
mm,
those.
oh, oh, yeah. That. Thank you very much, TY, for answering that questions. And
Mhm.
I know Americans, viewers, please, you don't need to laugh at us because I'm about to bring the Nigerian experience
Uh-oh,
regarding the topic,
wait for
regarding
it.
the,
For
yeah, regarding that, what TY just said about America, maybe if Americans should need fence or, a gated to feel safe. So this is, my own intake and my own experience regarding, Nigeria. This is what I can say about it, few that I know. So, in Nigeria, you need to build your house and, build a gate, have a big fence, like a long fence. And sometimes you need to have something they call like barbed wires or electrical shock, or maybe sometimes because sometimes there are no lights unless you're using the solar energy on or generator or anything. So sometimes they have to put some broken bottles on top of the fences because they're still scared, despite the fact they have that, they're still scared that someone might break in. And you have your gate. I'm not talking about people who are living in estate. People who lives in estate, you don't need to fence your apartment, right? You just have to have the regular big gate, and that gate, there are security there, and the estate is fenced around, and the estate is secure. You don't really need to have your gate and fence. But for normal regular Nigerians, I don't want to go that boils down to some, but normal Nigerians who are living on a average level, they have a gated, have their house. You need to build, once you finish building your house, you put a gate in your house, and you put a long fence. So just to avoid, people coming into your house to, like, criminal coming into your house like that, to avoid thefts and all that. So aside from that, you still need to have a dog, like maybe you have a German Shepherd or Bulldog,
Oh my
because you know, despite all that, and sometimes, different type of stuff, but people believe that when you have a fence in your house and you have a gated, gate in your house, there is a privacy for you, and it's very hard for criminals to enter into your house, because before they comes in, people can actually see them, and give an emergency alarm and stuff like that. So that's how it is here in Nigeria. So without taking too much of our time, TY, let me go to the last question.
Okay.
And the last question is, how efficient is American police when it comes to investigation? Like maybe someone lost their life and they're trying to investigate, what might actually happen to that person, what might actually lead to the person to this disease death. So can you tell us on that? Can you give us an intake on that? How effect, or should I come again?
No, I think you're doing good. I'm tracking.
Oh, okay, okay. So if you want me to come again, I can definitely do that so that you can get me clear. So hello. So I said, how efficient is American police when it comes to investigations on crime matters or any matters?
Okay. I think they are pretty efficient. They really have uh ways of how they ask questions, interrogations, how careful they try to be about protecting the scene, the crime of the scene, like taping it off where people cannot come near, and gathering the information, all of that. So I think they're pretty trained and efficient. With They have dogs to sniff out, especially if they think it's a drug related situation. They have German Shepherd dogs that are trained to sniff out drugs or things of that nature. And so I think they are getting better and better, and that they're pretty efficient.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you very much. Our people here in Nigeria already know, our viewers from Nigeria already know what I'm about to say regarding
Uh-oh.
that. You know, when it boils down to Nigeria, that the experience is quite different. Uh, but Nigerian police, they're actually good. They actually are. So I need to commend our policemen. They're trying, despite the fact that they don't have too much of equipment to work with. They are trying, but I think the system, the corrupt system, is actually holding them back from doing efficient work and doing some effective work, like being competent with their job. They're actually competent, but like the corrupt system makes people see them as incompetent, because how could you tell me that over 5 years, 10 years, you're still investigating a matter? You couldn't even bring out a tangible evidence. Despite evidence that are given to you, sometimes they don't even investigate matters. Maybe someone died, they don't go to the scene, they just go there and just like look, and they don't really take details and investigate matter seriously. They don't take investigation seriously. And sometimes you see people who are not guilty, you know paying for crime they don't even commit. Like innocent people, they end up, maybe sometimes when they do their investigation, they end up picking the wrong people because they don't even, like you said, American have like a dog they use, to sniff and all those things, those, different or what's it called, techniques and tactics they use. But when it comes boils down to Nigerian policemen, I think they are not doing enough when it comes to investigation. But there are a lot of people in Nigerian prison today. I might say that there are many people in Nigerian prison today who actually doesn't commit anything. They're just there for crime they don't even commit because the Nigerian police are not doing the right investigation they are supposed to do. So, which is something that is really bad about the system, and we are hoping that one day there's going to be change. There are some policemen who are actually, very proactive and they are good in their job, but when the system is corrupt, they can only do little. So, this will be the end of podcast today. Our video today across the water. Like you said,
Across the
across the
water,
water. Yeah, you said across the water. So I said across the water to my Nigerian people. So
yeah.
this will be
I
the end of.
I do, sir. I'm
Okay, you
sorry.
said
Sorry, I wanted to
okay.
just, it's not long, it's a little short video I wanted to show to give an illustration of what I was referring to. So let me cue that up real quick, and I want to show that. Let me okay. Here
Okay.
it is. Uh okay. Let me let me okay. There we go. So this is what happens when you call 911. You have the ambulance, then I mean the fire truck, then you see the ambulance that shows up, and then you see there's the police. So uh,
All right, thank you very much, TY, for showing us that, for showing our viewers, for us to see that.
yeah,
Thank you very much. We'll, we'll be here some other time to give and we'll be telling you the next topic that we'll have. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching this podcast, and thank you very much, TY. If there is anything you want to tell our viewers, please kindly, share that.
yes,
Or do you have anyone? Oh,
yes. So
okay.
our please join us every. I'm going to drop this video for tonight at 7, and so on Tuesdays and uh on Tuesdays and Fridays are 2 days that where we try to post a video. So please check back at those times. I know for Nigeria time, it's a in anywhere else in the world, it could be a different time zone. But those are the 2 days we try to drop. We're going to try to do more videos, but please leave a comment. Please like,
All right,
share,
thank you. Yeah,
and
yeah, that's
yes,
good.
please.
And comment and subscribe. All right, thank you
Yes.
very much, everyone. We appreciate. Thank you very much. TY, see you some other time. Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.